Lake Mills bragging rights and a 5-0 start to the season are at stake Friday night on the WisconsinPrepZone.com Game of the Week. Lakeside Lutheran hosting Lake Mills in a matchup of 4-0 teams out of the Northern Capital Conference. It doesn't take Lakeside long to get going against its neighbors. Quarterback Luke Thiele goes against the grain for running back Brennan Lease, who turns upfield, gets a block, and outruns Chad McFarland to the end zone for a 7-0 Warriors lead. Lake Mills looks like it's coming right back to tie, but Lakeside linebacker Travis Bachler has other ideas. He picks off this Turner Moen pass a yard deep in the end zone and heads the other way. A nice block from Lease clears the way for a 101-yard interception return, a 14-0 lead, and a big change in momentum.
I don't know, it hadn't really hit me, and it still hasn't hit me that, that finally scored.
Well, that was neat. You don't practice something like that. I mean, once in a while in practice you get an interception and you try to yell at the kids that get a convoy going, but to see it in a game, it was kind of special play.
I was just right by the end zone, and Coach tells us every time you get it, just start running and look for your block. So I did.
I think he just threw it down the middle kind of, and we were running a fade there to the back corner of the end zone, and apparently just miscommunication, and a big instead of us getting a score there, even a field goal, turns into 7 the other way, and that was big because we were moving the ball after they scored. I thought that was a good thing, and our kids had some confidence. We were doing some things, and that dug us a hole pretty deep.
So instead of a tie game, Lakeside is up by 2 scores heading into the second, and Moen keeps this one himself and makes a nice run out of it by eluding tackles. But the Warriors' Jason Etternick punches the ball loose, and Andrew Grauman falls on it for the turnover. The L-Cats defense gets a big stop here on third down when Thiele can't find an open receiver and scrambles, only to have Thomas Kurse bring him down. So it's 14-0 at the break, but Lakeside gets the ball first in the third quarter and takes advantage. Ryan Braidlow, the other half of the Warriors' running duo, takes the handoff and goes in from 3 yards out to make it 21-0. The Lakeside defense doesn't give Moen much time to work in the pocket, and after all his dancing around, he gets pulled down by Logan Burkholz. The L-Cats go for it on 4th and 1 late in the third quarter, and running back Harold Dunkelberger gets the yardage to keep the drive alive. They move to the other end of the field when the clock runs out, and it's 4th down again for Lake Mills, but the Lakeside secondary doesn't give Moen much to throw to, and his try for McFarland is incomplete. Braidlow puts this one away for the Warriors, taking the pitch from Thiele and following the blocks 15 yards into the end zone for a 28-0 lead. Braidlow finishes with 135 yards on 19 carries. Lake Mills has one last chance to get on the scoreboard after McFarland takes this punt in L-Cats territory and shifts sides of the field before turning the corner. Lakeside doesn't bring him down until he gets to the 15 with 1:16 left. Moen connects with Chandler Booth on the slant 16 seconds later to end the shutout. But it's the only blemish for the Warriors. They get a 28-7 win in the rivalry game thanks to Bachler's pick 6, but also behind the Lakeside offensive line.
They did great. They're, big, and not only big, but they're quick and really disciplined, and we had a nice game plan coming into blocking against the 6-man front, and I thought they did an awesome job tonight.
They're a good outfit, don't get me wrong, but I'd like to think we're a little better in a 28-7 score, not to take anything away from them. I thought we had our chances, and just we were down here a couple times on this end and came away with nothing, and I just thought, we need a little more time throwing. We need a little better decision-making.
You got to win 3 to get into the playoffs, so we got to get that one yet. And there's 3 more teams in conference. I'm sure they all believe in themselves, and I always say conference championships in our conference go through Lodi. So I have the utmost respect for the Lodi program, and that'll be a tough game again next week on the road.